if you've seen with education, there was a lot being done in Africa, especially to enroll kids to schools. A lot of projects were done. A lot was invested, and parents have now understood that they needed to send their kids to school. But now that they are at home, it's like, we have to redo everything to tell them that it's how important it is to send their kids to school. Schools and the government have also all resorted to certain solutions. One, for example, being people have been using different communication channels like Telegram has been huge here. So schools have created different groups, and they're using that to send out messages, assignments, classworks, all those things to students. So most of the schooling is now being done on Telegram groups. But the government has, yes, been doing some things. They have been broadcasting lessons through television. So most areas do have TVs, and they have been able to attend some of the classes. Of course, it's not the same as attending a classroom, and also we're not sure how many of those will be able to attend, even though the ones that we see on TVs and everything when we broadcast it. But at least it's better. It's better than not having any schooling at all. The youth has been instrumental in combating this pandemic, specifically in Ethiopia. I have seen a lot being done by the youth. The youth has been mobilizing the people, raising awareness, especially at the beginning, about hand washing, the use of face masks. There are people who don't really have internet or any other means, to get information, but the youth has been going around houses or going on with megaphones on cars, telling people what to do, not to keep their social distancing and everything. So the youth has been very much instrumental. And also it's the youth that are coming up with new solutions as well. I've seen like e-commerce is booming in Ethiopia at the moment, like especially after the corona hit, because I've seen a lot of like delivery applications popping up everywhere, and these are all led by the youth. This virus, more than anything, has shown us that we're all humans, and we're all the same when it comes down to it. So it has shown us that how important it is for us to come together and to fight this, instead of just dividing on so many things like social, political divisions, racial divisions. We have created all this on ourselves. I do hope that the world will see that humans come first. At the end of the day, we're all the same people. Our underlying structure is all the same, and that we need to come together and to work together, either to fight this disease or any other challenge and problems that we face around the world. I think we should rethink the way we're doing things, hold back, step back, and see it from a different angle, and come up with something that's inclusive and something that works for everyone. And I do hope that's the kind of solidarity that we will have. But one thing that the COVID-19 pushed us to do as well, we were really considering on providing online classes, but we weren't sure how people will receive it, because most of the country is very traditional when it comes to classrooms and all those activities. So we weren't really sure how to do that, but now we have been pushed. So we are working on providing online classes. It was a project that we already started, but we were afraid to continue with. But now we're working hard on providing classes online. Behaviorally, even we have to deal with a lot of things. We have to deal with a lot of uncertainties, and we don't know what's happening next. So we needed to adapt to that. We had to come up with different routines, work styles. All that is happening, and that will definitely have a lot of impact on our behavioral and structural change. And we've seen that tech is dominating. Tech has been our main tool for communication or for getting things done. But most importantly, I think we need to keep in mind that we have to have interaction with people, with friends, with family, with the people that are around us, so that we have that social or human element in us. Before the corona, of course, everyone had to rush to work. There was no time to interact with your neighbors. Everyone was like running and doing their lives. So my fear is now that during the pandemic, of course, we've seen a lot, especially in Europe, people interacting with their neighbors, singing out, going out and all those things. But yeah, I'm afraid that that might loosen once we get back to work. But I do hope that we will always have this value when we continue. But as far as I think the general solidarity is concerned, I do think that that's something that will stay with us, because we've seen its effects. We've seen that we needed to come together to combat this virus, and I do hope that that's something that will continue.